What's good? Happy New Year. It's technically the 2nd, but whatever. I'm off from both of my jobs today, which it's always bittersweet when these days happen where I don't work any of my regular jobs, because I often could use a little break, but I could also use cash and money. And so it's bittersweet. I like that the universe doesn't do this to me often. And sometimes I'll try to do gig work. Like today I have roadie open, but I'm not bothering with that. Anyways, I decided to just do some errands. For example, the title, what provoked this video. I have a storage unit, right? If you don't know, I live in a minivan. I'm currently just trying to save money to pay off a loan I took out to buy some land. And then also I want a tractor. So I'm just trying to minimize expenses and maximize income. And so I have a storage unit because I store tools and other things that, I have just not been able to let go of yet. And I like to pay cash where I can. There's a lot of reasons that cash is really cool. But anyways, so I paid cash last month, and literally the day after I had paid that bill, I got an email from the company Public Storage, and they're like, we're going cashless at all of our locations now. Literally the day after I had just made my last payment. And I was like, dang it, because so many places are going cashless. It's kind of frustrating, but it's all, part of the plan. And so this month my bill was due, and I was like, well, I can't pay cash, but let's just go talk to them and see what other options are available. And I lucked out. They would accept a money order. I've done maybe one other money order in my life, so I wasn't sure of how to do it. Googled it, said go to Walgreens. I went to Walgreens, and they're like, no, the website, they don't do money orders. They do other Western Union things, but not money orders. Google then said, try Walgreens. Or not Walgreens, excuse me, QFC. QFC has a little money services counter. They were able to do it. So this morning, in just trying to pay my freaking bill, I first had to drive to the storage unit place to talk to them. Then I went to Walgreens. Walgreens sent me to QFC. And then once I finally got the money order from QFC, I went back to the storage place, all just to pay a $65 bill. And it's frustrating, and it's going to continue to become more difficult. And so when I was wanting to be frustrated after being denied at Walgreens, I was wanting to be mad. And I am a little mad. Let me not lie. I am a little mad, but I wanted to be more mad because, god damn it, why the fuck are these technocrats trying to get rid of cash? We know why they're trying to get rid of cash, because, let me deviate a little bit, taxation. There's all these people talking about, we're going to have a tax revolt next year. Conservatives are so much talk. They are just so full of shit. I often will condemn and criticize the progressives and the left, but you conservatives are fucking bitches. You're not gonna do shit. You're gonna pay your fucking taxes like the little cucks you are. Sorry for that, but that's literally one of the biggest reasons. Another reason is control. You cannot control people's spending when it's physical, but when it's digital currency, you can stop that with just a little bit of programming. You can cut off someone's bank account, you can deplatform them, you can freeze credit cards, you can do all kinds of things. You can wreak all kinds of havoc when finances are digital. When everything is digital, you are so susceptible to getting fucked. So anyways, sorry about that. And it's really funny, I've been seeing the cops driving by because I'm currently at Starbucks because I need to do my taxes. Yeah, I need to do my taxes, and it's going to take some time because I'm going to do everything I can to work the fucking system. But our taxes that pay for pedophile warmongers to wreak havoc on the world In my opinion, the less you pay in taxes, the less you are supporting such an evil system. So that's why my goal is to pay as little taxes as I can. I do have a corporate not corporate, but like a W-2 job that you literally like, they take the money out before you can do anything. But in other ways, yeah, I need to figure out how to navigate things, because I like your idea of a tax revolt, and I'm going to try to do my best as well. For example, I mentioned the police. They love your tax dollars. Oh man, they get so wasted. In West Seattle, around noon at this particular Starbucks I'm about to go into and drink some tea while I work on paying less money to pedophilic warmongers, literally 4 vehicles with up to 8 officers will hang out here for 1 to 2 hours between 12 noon and 2 p.m. most days in West Seattle at this Starbucks. So if you ever need to commit a crime, not advocating for crime, but that would be a good time. So anyways, wow, where the fuck was I? Let me get right back on track. Taxes. Cashless society. We often have business meeting lunches. We often being the construction crew I'm on. So I'm a subcontractor. I'm not a general contractor at this point in time. I would like to be someday, but anyways, we often have business lunches where we discuss the client's project and we discuss engineering obstacles that we face or structural considerations we need to make, or we discuss, the plans, and we discuss the order of operations for how to do certain steps, and we often discuss the client's work during our business lunches. So I think that to me is an expense I should be able to deduct, because they are business meetings and they are business lunches. You think I'm crazy, but I'm not. Look at how the corporations fucking game the system. The system is so fucked up. I'm sorry, I'm getting worked up. See? I told you earlier. I could have been way more angrier, but I'm trying to just... I literally, knowing, that's where I didn't ultimately complete a thought. Let me complete it here. I wanted to be angrier, but I embraced and I accepted that this is going to be a continuing, ongoing battle I'm going to have to deal with. And right now, I can choose to just make it hell for myself psychologically by ruminating and festering, or I can just accept that it's going to be an issue and do my best to just fight through it. Paying cash, there's this expression, which, there's gray areas to it, but never in writing, always in cash. Leave as little of a paper trail as you can, pretty much. Moving forward, one more pause. I'm almost done, I swear. So moving forward, we need to do everything we can, in my opinion. We need to do everything we can to resist as long as we can, and to maintain cash as a viable currency option for as long as we can. And then, once it no longer is viable, we need to find alternatives as best we can. I know people who use precious metals, and there's a market and a system there. I don't know a lot about that yet, but I want to learn more. So there's the precious metal option, and then the big other option that I fully believe we're going to see way more of is bartering. Bartering skills, labor, various resources. I think we're going to see a huge resurgence in a barter economy. But in the meantime, you should continue to support businesses that accept cash. Stop going to businesses that don't accept cash. And then, my last little tidbit note here, if you see this randomly someday and you have some construction work you want done on your house and you contact a general contractor, you can often get a discount if you pay cash. So let's say you get a $40,000 bid to add a room to your house or something. If you ask the general contractor, how much would this be if I pay cash? It could legit go down to like $30K. Now, I'm not speaking like, I'm just, don't hold me to that, but you start negotiating and emphasizing that you'll pay cash, and that continues the system, and then it also gets you benefits. Because if you really want to, fight the system and tax revolt, start using cash. I'm serious. That's all. Thank you very much. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Check the description for shirts. Not everything is a psyop, but most things are. Much love.